Yes. Yeah, good evening all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 10 years of experience in this Python environment. My experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, CP, right? So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes. Is my voice clear to all? Can anyone please confirm? Fine. Yes. Got enough confirmations. Thank you. Fine. If you've got any queries, any general queries, I'll be giving time at the end of the session, right? But as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics, right? Why Python? Already we have got many other programming languages. Why again Python required? And that too, Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes it suddenly super popular. Okay. Who can learn Python? There are no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python. The Python statements look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programming. How Python was built. It has taken some features or some advantages from one programming, has taken some features or advantages from other programming. From multiple programming languages, it has taken the features and advantages combined together, right? That's why we call Python as a hybrid language with multi-programming features, right? Yes. Yes. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we building? What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications, right? One by one, I'll be discussing, right? As whenever you are updating with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing mostly, right? And who are using Python today? The companies that are using Python and Python features as compared with other programming languages. Right. Coding wise, length wise, complex device, you can check how simple the Python statements as compared with other programmings and reasons why Python is suddenly super popular and reasons why Python is suddenly super popular, right? Yes. And Python scope and job market. The scope of Python and job market of Python. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's and tomorrow session. I'll be briefing you about all this. Starting with why Python. Starting with why Python, right? I define Python in 5 lines. The general purpose programming. Python is a general purpose programming. General purpose programming means, so before Python, we have got some programming languages. If you heard about the programming languages like Fortran, Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, these languages are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose, not for all the purposes, right? Pascal for complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. Means they are used for a particular purpose, purpose-based languages. These are purpose-based. But a language, a language which is suitable for developing, a language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications, any kind of applications, such a language we call it as general purpose programming. General purpose programming means a language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications, any kind of applications, like web applications like automation applications, gaming applications, animation applications, networking applications, embedded applications, desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications you can develop today by using Python. And that too, Python is a kind of programming which is mostly used or mostly preferred in implementing different high-end technologies, right? Like data science with Python, big data like Spark with Python, AWS like DevOps with Python, right? Robotics with Python, right? And data, what is that? Web applications creations using Python, mostly used in different high-end technologies as the implementation language. So Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications you can develop using Python. Multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, all the features are available in Python. Object-oriented, procedural-oriented, scripting, modular, all that programming features we see in Python. Python is a high-level language. There are two types of languages. I can say there are two types of languages. Two types of languages. Low-level languages and secondly, high-level languages. Low-level languages and high-level languages. Low-level languages, right? Low-level languages. Example of low-level language like assembly level language or machine level language, right? Assembly level language or machine level languages. Firstly, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. Secondly, they are not portable. They cannot be carried from one system to another system, the code, right? And third, machine independent. Sorry, machine dependent. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Machine dependent. Machine depend. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating. They cannot run on all the operating system. They cannot run on all the hardware resources. They are dependent. High level languages like Python. High level languages like Python. They are human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. Can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. Human understandable. They are portable, platform independent or machine independent, running on all the hardware and all the operating systems. So two types of languages, low level and Python is a high level. Interpreted language. Python is a interpretation language. Line by interpretation means line by line execution, right? Line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. For example, here also we have got two categories, right? It's compilation languages and interpretation languages. Compilation languages and interpretation languages. Compilation and interpretation. For compilation, example, C language. For interpretation, example, Python. For compilation, C language. For interpretation, Python. If you have got some lines of code, if you have got some lines of code, the entire code executes at once. Entire code executes at once. Entire code is executing at once, right? It display the errors if any. If you got any errors in the line 2, line 5, it will display the errors. But in Python, statement by statement execution, statement by statement execution. If you got error in this particular line, you won't execute the remaining lines. Abnormal termination, right? User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly, right? Which provides simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. Python is a general purpose, multi-programming features it has got, high level, easily understandable, supportable and machine independent, interpreted line by line execution, and user-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, right? Like which looks like normal English statements, right? Now, what are the programming features Python has got? Observe. Python has got procedural oriented programming features, procedural oriented programming features, procedural oriented programming example like C language. It has got the features of object-oriented programming. It has got the features of object-oriented programming. Example like C++, Java. It has got the features of C++ and Java. And it has got scripting. It has got scripting features. Scripting features, right? Yes. Like Linux shell script, like Linux shell script. It has got the features of modular programming. It has got the features of modular programming like Modula 3, like Modula 3, right? Yes. Just like C language, it can develop applications like C++, like Java, like Modula 3, like shell script, we can write many automation scripts, right? So because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. So if you talk two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations, Python and Java. But the Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming. Without object-oriented programming, there is no Java programmer application. But with Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications. And Python has got scripting features. Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. You can write many automation scripts in IoT, in DevOps, in robotics, and modular programming. Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming features. 89,300 inbuilt features, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments. Whatever environment or domain you are from networking or testing or data science or big data or databases, Python has got modules. It's providing modules for every environment. We discuss more on these modules. For data science, it is providing separate modules for data science environment. Separate modules. Nearly 10 to 15 modules it is providing for this data science. Like NumPy, CP, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Skikular, right? Even for big data environment also, even for big data environment. Big data, like even like PySpark, providing packages and modules, separate modules for it. Even for networking environment. For networking environment, not only the modules, separate framework itself, Python is providing like twisted Python. And even for testing or for test cases, Python has got modules for this, right? And for operating system, OS, operating system kinds of activities. It has got the name of the module itself is OS. And for each and every database, Python is providing a module. For Oracle database, Python to connect with Oracle and perform those operations. So it has got CX underscore Oracle module. The name of the module is CX underscore Oracle. For any database, for MySQL database, has got PyMySQL. It's not as complex as connecting with the other database connectivity with other programming languages like Java. Lot of knowledge required, but here just 1 minute discussion is enough. You can easily connect with any database by using these modules. For SQL Server, right, has got PyODBC. Hmm. And okay, for Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server. Okay, for any kind of files like Excel files, we can for Excel files, we can create Excel workbook where we can create Excel files just by writing Python code for Excel workbook. For creating Excel files, we have got separate models like Excel RD, XLSX writer. Just if you execute the Python code, go and check a workbook, a Excel file is created. Just by writing Python code only, we can insert sheets into that Excel file. We can read data from Excel. We can write data to Excel file. Not only Excel files like CSV files, JavaScript object notation, JSON files, XML files, PDF files, any kind of files. But just by writing Python code, we can create PDF files. Mathematical operations. For mathematical operation, the name of the module itself is math. For statistical operations, and for generating graphs, any types of graphs like normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, any type of graph we can easily generate by using Python. In the tomorrow session, I'll be just briefing you about how simple generating graphs you can easily understand without any knowledge of Python. Also, you can easily understand. I'll show you some sample snippets of Python tomorrow, the codings of Python, and that's how to generate graphs. Right? So in this way, these are some of the examples. Thousands of modules, 89,000 modules, not only for computer applications, for electronics, for civil environment, it is providing many modules. And Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications, right? What kind of applications are we developing? Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used in creation of web applications. Lot of web applications are getting developed today by using Python. You may ask a query. From last 20-25 years, Java, .NET, all these are mostly preferred in developing web applications. Why again Python? Python has got a framework called Django. Many frameworks are available. Many frameworks are available. In that, the most famous framework, Django. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application using this. Has got its own database. Has got its own database. Has got its own application server. So with very less coding, everything that at a rapid speed, you can develop web applications using Django framework. And also used for automation applications today. Python mostly used in automation applications using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps environment. Yes. So if I talk about IoT, if I talk about this IoT, right, is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics for collecting data, exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where you are. So 90% of the coding in IoT done in Python or Arduino. Data science. Everything deals with the data. Data has got experience. Data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations. It's a blend of technique. Data science is a blend of techniques. The main technique what we see in this data science, ML, machine learning. Machine learning, we have got many techniques, regression, classification, clustering, pattern matching. For all the techniques to implement, you require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming, right? Is my voice clear to all? Once again, can anyone please confirm, right? Fine, fine. 1 second, someone has messaged. There's a, okay, audio problem. 1 second. Sorry, now I'm audible, right? Can anyone please confirm? So I was talking, right? Python mostly used in web applications, in automation applications, using technologies like data science. In data science, we have got machine learning, deep learning, AI. For all this to implement, we require a language like Python. And even for DevOps, writing many automation scripts, right? Yes, Python is one of the best language with vast varieties of libraries for this scripting. And also one more major area where Python is mostly preferred, a big data environment, right? A huge data storage, not only in KBs, beyond that, not only in KBs or MBs or GBs. Beyond that, we have got terabytes, petabytes of data. But today, like petabytes of data is getting generated for storing that huge data and processing that huge data. We have got technologies like Hadoop, Spark, especially Spark, very high speed processing technology, huge data at a quick time. It's going to process the data, right? Using a language like Python. It is using Python. We call it like PySpark, right? Spark with Python implementation like PySpark. Apart from this, even Python is used in scientific applications. Scientific applications, we have got a separate module like CP, and for even for numerical analysis, Python is used numerical analysis, right? We have got a separate module Python is providing NumPy, right? NumPy module, right? And for graphical user interface or for animations, right? Yes. We have got a TK inter. What is the TK inter, right? Yes. Apart from this, Python is used for game or game development, right? Lot of games are getting developed today. Game development, lot of games are getting developed today by using Python single user, multi-user online games. Single user, multi-user online games, right? Yes. Especially for game development, right? We have got a separate framework called Pygame. PyCora. Pygame is one, PyCora is another, right? PySoy. These two are the frameworks for developing games in Python. PySoy for 3D games, for 3D rendering libraries, right? Python is providing, and even for scheduling tasks. For scheduling tasks, Python is providing Airflow, right? And testing of for test cases. For testing of for test cases, right? Yes. Apart from this, Python is also used for software development. So most of the software developers make use of Python as the support language. For a business application, Python is one of the best choice for developing business applications, right? So I was talking, Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce websites. And one of the hottest application of Python, right? Database applications. Without database, there is no web application. Yes. Database applications. Without database, there's no web. Python can connect with any database like Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, SQL Server, all these things, right? And for web scraping, right? Scraping data from different websites. Scraping data from different websites. They have got models like URL, BS4, all this. And also for embedded applications. The most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, right? Which uses Python for its computation, for web scraping, for embedded applications. Also, Python is used for CAD or 3D CAD applications, CAD or 3D CAD applications, right? And also, Python is used for audio and video applications, developing audio and video applications. Lot of applications already got developed, right? Like Team Player, C-Play are some examples of it. As part of the course in this framework, full stack Python, right? I'll be discussing some audio and video applications development, and also like computer vision, right? Like face detection, object detection, color detection, right? And for robotics with Python, there have got some great packages, people who know like robotics with Python, and also for data analysis, and for desktop applications, single user console applications for desktop applications, right? Yes. For all this, these are Python real-time applications mostly used in this web applications, automation applications, big data applications, data science applications, gaming applications. Yes. So these are some of the examples. In this way, many applications we have got. And just who are using Python today? Which companies are using Python today? And topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python. Google using Python for its web search system. Google is one of the best example for Python web applications. First, the Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was rewritten in Python. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML machine learning, right? Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram choosing Python is Python practicality and its hybrid features. You heard about that applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest. Dropbox. The popular OTT platform like Netflix using Python for security, automation, and subscription related things. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. They use Python scripting. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. Yes. BitTorrent using Python. iRobot for military and commercial operations. Military and commercial operations, right. And apart from this, okay, MMOG, Maya, BitTorrent, and for hardware testing purpose, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose. These are some of the examples, right? In this way, we have got many, right? That companies using Python, topmost applications built using Python. So from the discussion what we had till now, right? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? First thing, very less coding. Most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python, migrating towards Python because of its very less coding. Generally, people likes the coding, the programming language with very less code, and the two simple syntaxes given by Python. Simple syntaxes given by Python, right? And interactive mode, one more interactive mode given by Python. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. Interactive mode, right? For each and every statement, it gives a response. And interactive mode, one example, interactive mode, right? For every statement you type, Python is going to provide you the response. For example, in the bottom search panel, type CMD, Go to the command prompt. Type Python. We say enter. The Python version will be displayed. Python interpreter gets opened. Any valid Python statements you can type 3 plus 5, 23 into 42, x as 10, y as 5. What is x? What is y? What is x plus y? What is x minus y? X into y, x by y, x into 2, 10 into 2. This is the power symbol in Python, 10 square, 100, x equal to hello. In this way, no need to specify the data types also here, int or float, x into 3, prints hello for 3 times, x into 5, 5 times. If I say quit, it comes out of this. In this way, you won't see any complex statements or words here. Okay, statement by statement interaction is possible. This kind of interaction you cannot see in other places. Interactive mode, right? Interactive mode, and next is multi-programming features. If we talk about Java, it's got only one feature, object-oriented programming feature. Python has got 4 features. Apart from object-oriented, procedural-oriented, modular programming, and scripting, right? Because of this multi-programming features, today Python is mostly used. Okay, fine. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming features, and wide varieties of applications. Just now I discussed about, right? Different varieties of applications we can create today by using Python. Web applications, automation applications, animations, gaming, embedded, networking, desktop. In this way, different types of applications, right? And many built-in modules. It has got many built-in modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got from different environments. Okay, fine. So these are the reasons which makes Python super popular. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming features. It has got wide varieties of applications, many built-in modules, thousands of modules, right? So now I was saying Python is the mostly used programming today. Python is the number one ranked programming language today. Just I'll open Google and show you the mostly used programming language today. The number one ranked programming language. So just I'll type here popular coding language. See that JavaScript and Python, two of the most popular languages in the startup industry. I have got high demand. Most startups use Python-based backend frameworks like Django, Python like Flask. These languages are considered to be the best programming languages to learn for the beginners. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 See, if you see the various results for it, the most popular programming languages. If you observe here, the most popular programming language. The most popular language, Python stands first. Next comes Java, then the other programming. Most popular programming language, Python, JavaScript, Java. Python remains the most popular. Python, Java, JavaScript. Most popular languages used by top 25 unicorns, Python, Java, JavaScript. Most in demand programming language of 2022, Python, Java, JavaScript. Python mostly used. Next comes Java, JavaScript. Emerging programming languages by popularity. Emerging programming language by popularity, Python, Java, next JavaScript. Even if you see the other years, most popular programming language of 21, Python, Java, JavaScript. Scroll down like this. Even if you see the rankings, top 10 programming languages, top 10 programming, Python, next comes other programmings. Ranking wise also, right? Python is the number one ranked. Second comes Java, next the other programmings. Number of top 39 US computer science departments that use language to teach introductory courses. Python, next Java, MATLAB, and other things. Top 10 programming languages for the beginners to learn. Python, next Java, JavaScript. Okay. We see that mostly used programming language. See this graph, right? A big graph. Python 31% used in the industry. Java 19%, C++ 9%, C 6%, right? Even if you see that see this ranking, right? Python is the number one ranked. Next Java number two. JavaScript as number three. As part of the course, people who go for Python full stack, I'm also discussing a JavaScript in this course. Ranking by average salary, Python. Next JavaScript, Java. Ranking by volume of job openings, Python and SQL has got most number of job openings here. Now, even if you see Python jobs, just type Python jobs in this Google, right? Say enter. Just scroll down Python developer jobs. Python developer jobs like this. 1,54,979. See, 1,54,797 Python openings. Apart from this Python jobs, people you can also go for Django jobs, right? Django jobs. People who have got knowledge on Django are very less. Who has got command on this is very, very less, right? You see the Django jobs here also, lot of jobs available for this. So 22,005 Django job vacancies. Vacancies in the July 2024, right? Yes. Okay. So just you can just check this course content, right? Just check this course content, what I'm going to discuss as part of this. Python basics, why Python, History of Python, applications of Python, features of Python, advantages of Python, versions of Python, installation of Python, flavors of Python, Python operations, Python modes of execution, interactive mode, Python batch mode, editors and IDEs, data types, constants, variables, comments in Python, input statements, output statements, comments in Python, escape sequences in Python, strings in Python, operators in Python, different types of operators, and Python IDEs. In real time, we use IDEs, integrated development environment. So working with Anaconda distribution, Anaconda prompt, Anaconda navigator, PyCharm, working with PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans. So different types of IDs. Not on a single ID, I'll be showing you on multiple IDs. Flow control statements, indentations, looping statements, range, nested for loop, break statement, continuous statement, strings in Python, creating a string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, right? Collections in Python, list tuples, sets, dictionaries, lists, properties, list creation, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, list modifications, tuples, sets, dictionaries, dictionary operations, dictionary addresses, right? Functions in Python, properties, examples of functions, categories, argument types, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, different types of functions, lambda functions, reduce function, map function, filter function, modules in Python. What is a module? Different types of models, creating user-defined module, setting path, package in Python, errors and exceptions, file handling in Python, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, class object inheritance, polymorphism, constructor, destructors, garbage collector, regular expressions, how to extract data from the given data, database connectivity, how installation of one database, working with SQL operations, transaction management, the Python date and time, operating system module, advanced concepts, iterators, generators, closures, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphic programming, Excel workbook, right? Data analytics, introduction to this data science, right? And Python pandas. So pandas model in brief, NumPy model in brief, and a matplotlib model in brief, right? All this I'm going to discuss in, right? 30 topics. You can just 30 topics. This is for Python core and Python advanced. For Python core and advanced, right? And check this course content with other training sites. We'll be going in brief in depth about all this. So some models related to data science I'm discussing, some models related to databases I'm discussing, some related to files, some related to Excel files, some related to date time, some related to graphic module, some related to regular expressions, OS module, different, and how to create our own modules in Python that I'll be discussing. Apart from this, people who wants to go for Python full stack, your Django framework in brief, web frameworks, Django installations, Django project architecture, Django applications creations, Django views, templates, Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts. Nearly 15 to 20 applications will be developing, you'll be developing, right, in this Django. And apart from that, you'll be given the free knowledge on these UI technologies, right? You'll be given free knowledge on these UI technologies, which has got HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief, and MySQL also in brief, right? And apart from that, one more framework will be discussed freely if you are going for full stack. That is Flask framework, and also one more, like REST API will be discussed, right? So just observe this. One second. What I'm going to discuss. Once again, I'll provide you this. Python, right? In that Python, right, you will be learning Python core programming, Python advanced programming, right? I discussed, right, nearly 30 topics I'll be discussing on this core and advanced. So the time duration for this both, I'll be spending nearly 70 hours for this, not like a 45 hours course, 70 hours in brief, in depth about all those whatever I discussed, and 2 months duration, 2 months duration, sorry, 2 months duration. Even if possible, some extra sessions where if I'm not running out of time. 6,000 is the course fee. Yes. So apart from this, people who wants to go for full stack Python. So in that UI technologies, you will be given knowledge on this UI technologies, that is web development. In that you'll be given knowledge on this HTML in brief, cascading style sheets, JavaScript, the part of Bootstrap also I'll be discussing, right? Yes. And apart from this, you'll be given knowledge on this framework of Python, Django framework, the Django framework, right? The famous framework of Python, Django framework. In this 15 to 20 applications, you will be developing 15 to 20 applications. Okay. Apart from this, one more framework like Flask framework. Flask framework also I'll be giving knowledge on this, and REST API, and MySQL database, and a project. See, in Naga Bharati, right? Just like for Java, we have got frameworks like Hibernate, Spring. In this way, Python has also got frameworks for web development, right? Like Django framework, Flask framework, Pyramid framework, Bottle framework, Turbo. In that, the most famous frameworks are Django and Flask framework. Both I am going to discuss as part of this course, right? Yes. So here from this 2 to 7, from these topics from 2 to 7, right? Topics, right? It will take 70 hours more, 70 hours, 2 months duration. Okay. Python plus frameworks. Python plus frameworks, right? Python, it takes like 70 hours plus frameworks, it will take 70 hours. So in brief, I'll be discussing totally for 140 hours. This takes 2 months. This also takes 2 months. But if you're unable to spend 4 hours, 4 months for this, you can go parallelly also, right? So on weekdays, Monday to Friday, going with Python, Friday, Saturday, like 2 hours on Friday, Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. There are some weekend batches available for frameworks. Means immediately when you go with Python, immediately you are not going to update with framework. UI technologies, these things it doesn't require any Python knowledge. These are separate HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These things are web development technologies will be discussed. By the time this gets completed, your Python core gets completed. By the time you start Python Advanced, this the Django framework gets started. Let me make it clear about the timings of this. Timings of this batch. First 1 week to 10 days will be at 7. It starts at 7 p.m. But after that, it starts at 8 p.m. It starts at 8 p.m. right? So before you go with the payment process, I'm making it clear about the timings and about this offerings, right? What I'm going to offer. So you'll be getting live session videos. Every session video you'll be getting, right? To your Google Drive. Soft copy of the class notes. soft copy of class notes, right? Topic by topic, you'll be after the completion of the topic, it will be forwarded. And assignments and tasks to work. Assignments or tasks, assignments and tasks to work, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions, right? You'll be added to the WhatsApp group, and 300 plus code examples. 200 plus assignments tasks. All as the demo session, I was speaking most of the time. Live interaction, right? So here, for every statement I type, you'll be responding what will be the expected output or the result. So any queries immediately you can unmute, you can ask through voice or through chat in the normal sessions, right? For every statement I type, you will be responding what is the expected output. So Python statement by statement, what is the output you are going to see, right? Apart from this, there is also a package, big data package is available. Big data package also available, right? Where you'll be learning like package like Hadoop. Second, like you'll be getting the knowledge on this Hadoop, Spark with Python, PySpark, and also you'll be provided with everything goes in this Linux environment, Linux, and apart from that, this 2 months of this Python course will be included in this package if you are taking this. But this Python core and advanced, where you will get knowledge on this core plus advanced, like 2 months this course. You can attend any of my batch of Python, either this current batch what you are attending or any other batch. So this PySpark will be only these things, Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux. These are weekend batch on Saturday to over Sunday, right? For 12 weekends, and for it's a course fees 15,000 for it. It includes Python also, right? Okay, fine. If you are interested, you can check on this Saturday. There is a demo for this Hadoop PySpark at Saturday evening at 8 p.m. There is a demo for this. You can check with it. And yes, if you got any queries, you can go with your queries. Before that, you can attend the session. Tomorrow also you can attend the session, right? Check more on this. Tomorrow also people can attend the session same time at 7 p.m. to see more on this. Tomorrow you can attend. Monday also people can attend the session freely to check the training levels, how it goes. More discussion on this. And tomorrow's class, I'll be showing you people who are from non-programming or zero programming, how simple the Python statements, some sample snippets of Python I'll be showing you, right? Any queries you got, anyone, right? Some couple of queries asked in the chat. So with this knowledge, right, with this much of hours we are spending the training, in that same time you will be spending for practical. With that great command you will be getting, you can go through the any of the interview process, right? You can get yes. And one more query asked, people who yes, by Madhavi, right? Mohammed, right? So career gap, people can learn Python, yes. So people Python plus framework. Normal Python core and advanced by the freshers, they'll be updating. But if you have people who have got career gap, go also with framework, Django framework. You can keep experience like 3 plus 4 plus. A 3 plus 4 plus experienced person, right? How much knowledge he is going to gain? That knowledge you people are gaining, right? With 15 to 20 applications you will be developing, with that you will get what you are performing. So you will get the real time experience in that. Yeah, Miss Bahul, right? Miss Baul, right? It is that's why it was pre-intimating. So the class will be at 8 p.m. after what 10 days, right? So there is no change in that. It was as said by the DURGASOFT, right? Okay, placements, Amit Kumar, right? So there is you can need to talk with the office team about that. So, but you need, once you are good at these technical skills, you can get through any of this placement process. Certificate, yes, Javed Hussain certificate will be provided from the DurgaSoft once you complete that course, right? Course completion certificate will be provided by DurgaSoft. Yes. Any other queries? Anyone? You can also ask your queries through voice. You can unmute yourself and you can ask through voice. So Govind, right? The separate workshops will be conducted on the weekends. So for those things, once again, you can just check this course content, right? It's a lot of topics we are covering. Some workshops will be there for regarding that what you have said on Saturdays and Sundays. Right? Yeah. Any other queries, right? Anyone?
Yeah, sir, pandas and numpy, how many days this will take?
That's what separately there are jobs available on this NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. So I'll be discussing in brief about all these things.
Yeah,
Nearly like
okay.
2 weeks. 2 weeks I'll be spending on this.
Two.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib, right? Generating
Okay.
different types of graphs. Pandas model, NumPy model, right? Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 7 p.m. using the same link to see more on this, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.